Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on Coaster Extra. Now today we are going to be speculating on what the future could hold for Blackpool Pleasure Beach. This is a park in, Blackpool, and we're going to be speculating about what could be added and removed and, just modifications that could be made. So we're going to get straight into it by starting with Ice Blast. So, Ice Blast is a drop tower, but it's not quite a conventional drop tower in the sense that it actually launches you up to the top, then you fall down. It's such a fun ride. However, I think that it could have a modification that could make it so much more thrilling. This is a ride manufactured by S&S, and they also have now released these things which are called spin shot towers, which are basically seats that flip as the drop tower does its thing. And it says that they can be added onto any S&S drop tower. So I feel like that would be a really cool modification that could be made to Ice Blast just to boost its appeal and also make it just a so much more thrilling ride. Imagine that, flipping at almost 200 feet. That would be incredible. Now we're going to talk about the wooden coasters. Now, the wooden coasters that I'm mainly focusing on here are the Grand National, which is this one over this here, and then the Big Dipper, which is this one over here. It carries all the way around. You can see the loop here. Okay, so these wooden coasters seem like the layouts are really, really cool. It would be great fun, there would be some great airtime, but they are extremely uncomfortable. And I feel like that could be fixed with the addition of RMC Topper Track. Lots of people say that these wooden coasters should be RMC'd completely, which would mean giving them a full new layout, but I feel like that would ruin the heritage of the ride, and I don't think it would be a realistic option. So I think RMC Topper Track would be a good idea. And I think if you don't know what this is, then basically it's a steel rail that is put on top of the wooden track to make it so much smoother. It would just give a whole new life to these rides and keep the heritage of them, keep the same layout, and keep just the history of these wonderful, wonderful old rides. And yeah, I feel like that would be just such a good option for them. It could work for the Grand National, it could work for the Big Dipper, it could even work for Nickelodeon Street. Now, Nickelodeon Street isn't anywhere near as bad on the roughness scale, so I feel like this one they would leave a bit longer if they were going to do that, but it's still an option. And there's also Blue Fly down here, which there's realistically no need to add Topper Track to that one. It's such a small coaster, and although it's not the most comfortable, it's also not bad because it's not going at a fast enough speed that it becomes a problem. Now we're going to talk about some flat rides. Now you can see Red Arrow's Skyforce over here, and I just want to talk about this ride because I never really enjoyed it that much. I couldn't get the plane to actually flip over, and it was seeming like pretty much everyone couldn't either. They just weren't flipping around. It just wasn't the most enjoyable ride. And although I was following the instructions that they showed, where you tilt one wing and then flip it back, it just wasn't working for me, or pretty much anyone on the rides that I went on. And I did it twice just to make sure that wasn't a fluke. But yeah, it really wasn't working very well. And it feels like a waste of the space, honestly. And I feel like there could be something much better that goes here in place of Red Arrow Skyforce, but also in place of this Burger King, because realistically this Burger King's at the back of the park. The main crowds are in the middle, and yes, some people will go to this, of course it will get customers, but I feel like this isn't the right location for it. It could go somewhere else. There will be space for it to go somewhere else, but just not at the back of the park there. And if you remove both of these rides, then what could happen is a small coaster could fit in this area. And I was thinking something like a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, one of the ones with the new trains that have lap bars. I feel like this would be nice because it's a compact space, and Eurofighters are very compact rides. It would also be good because it's another very thrilling coaster to add to their 10 coaster lineup, which is absolutely incredible. I feel like it would fit the space nicely. Another possibility is a small scale dive coaster here, but I don't think that would work anywhere near as well. You know, it would have to be quite small scale to fit in that space, and then it just feels like, well, they could have got something better with that. So I feel like the best thing for this area would be a Gerstlauer Eurofighter or even a Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster. They're both quite compact rides. You know, something compact would need to go in here, and I feel like that would be a good fit. Now, I was thinking as well, a flat ride would be nice around this area. It feels quite empty, and I feel like they could add something in here that could just spice up the area a little bit. You know, it would just add something else to this space. You know, this is just water fountains. That people don't come to the theme park for water fountains, and I think a ride would be much better for that space. And I was thinking something like Axis at Adventure Island, which is this park in Southend, and it's basically a gyro swing, but instead of it just going up to like 100 degrees or 110 degrees or something, it goes all the way over, fully upside down, and continues with its cycle, which is such a cool ride. If you don't know what I mean here, I'll put a picture of the ride on the screen now. And yeah, it's just such a cool ride. I've never ridden one, and I do really want to, but they look absolutely amazing. And I feel like this would be a great addition because it would actually give you quite a nice view of some of the big one and just the rides in this area, and even some across the park if it was placed well. And it could also give the people on the ride a view out to sea, which is just over here. It would be fully upside down, so you'd get a panoramic view of the park completely upside down. And as the actual place where you sit in the seats rotate, then you'd get a full view of the park and different angles. It's just, I feel like that would be a great ride for this space. They're not too big, they don't have a huge footprint, so I feel like this area would be good. They could even use this grass space for a queue line. And yeah, they could make a bridge over a path, or they could just have the path go around here. I feel like a ride in this area, however, would be an absolutely incredible addition. And yeah, that is all I have to talk about for Blackpool Pleasure Beach. If you have any ideas, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I feel like the ideas that I mentioned are sensible, but I just want to remind you that none of these are confirmed, and this is just pure speculation. It's only my ideas. It is not anything that has been confirmed by the park, and this is just a video of my ideas for what could be added. So thank you so much for watching it, everybody. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like and possibly consider subscribing if you never want to miss another video like this. So yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.